U.S. President Donald Trump's full-time trade advisor and part-time keyboard warrior on X, Peter Navarro, keeps insisting India is the villain of the Ukraine war. Yes, Navarro, the same man Elon Musk once said is dumber than a sack of bricks. Maybe Musk had a point. Navarro has repeatedly accused India of profiteering from the Ukraine war because New Delhi buys discounted Russian crude. Never mind that the US itself has been minting billions from this conflict. But Navarro wants you to believe it's India fueling Putin's missiles. But here's a reality check for the MAGA minions. The Ukraine war has been a jackpot for Washington. According to the Observer Research Foundation, global defense spending hit $2.72 trillion in 2024, the steepest rise since the Cold War. Between 2020 and 2024, Ukraine's arms imports surged by a staggering 9,627%, making it the world's top arms importer. Almost half of those weapons came from the United States. And by 2025, the game shifted from aid to sales. In August 2025, Washington approved an $825 million missile deal for Ukraine. 3,350 extended-range attack munitions, not gifted but sold. And let's be clear, this is all happening during Trump's second term. He can't play the old card of blaming Biden's war. At Trump's July 2025 NATO meeting, members were told to bankroll $500 million arms packages for Ukraine. The Netherlands paid up. So did Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Germany and Canada, each signing $500 million checks straight into US defense coffers. By August alone, nearly $2 billion had been pledged. And Trump didn't stop there. At the NATO summit in The Hague, allies were pressured to raise defense spending to 5% of GDP by 2035, more than double the previous target. Guess who profits when Europe arms itself to the teeth? US defense giants like Lockheed Martin, RTX, Boeing, General Dynamics and Northrop Grumman, which already pocket 1/3 of all Pentagon contracts. No surprise then that US arms exports jumped from 35% of the world market pre-Ukraine war to 43% by 2024. Now here's where the hypocrisy peaks. On one hand, Trump goes on social media gushing about his very good friend Prime Minister Modi, promising smooth trade talks and a win-win conclusion. On the other hand, he's whispering in Brussels' ear, demanding the EU slap tariffs of up to 100% on Indian goods. That's not friendship, that's fraud dressed as diplomacy. And the double standard doesn't end there. Trump won't impose those extreme tariffs directly on China, terrified of wrecking U.S. China ties. Instead, he orders the EU to do his dirty work. With Beijing, he retreats. With New Delhi, he bullies. So the next time Navarro screams that India is profiteering, remember this. It's Washington that turned Ukraine's tragedy into a $1 trillion weapons bonanza. It's Trump who weaponized tariffs against allies while shielding rivals. And it's Washington that sells democracy by the day and arms by the ton, all while pretending to be the world's moral compass. Navarro may be Trump's loudest megaphone, but the hypocrisy is baked into the system. Under Trump, war isn't a tragedy to be ended, it's a business model to be milked. With Jyoti Shukla, Bureau Report, India Today Global.